everybody, Chris from Orlando here, and currently experiencing a bit of a problem. I came here to film some footage for last week's video, and of course, find myself stuck on Small World. Yeah. Luckily, I'm in the one part of the ride where they're not actually constantly singing that song, but it's still a lot, and hence why I'm doing all this with crappy audio. So, with all that in mind, well, it looks like we're moving again, but this experience has inspired me to talk about what happens when a ride breaks down with you on it. And before we begin, make sure you click that subscribe button so you can get a fast pass to new videos every Friday. Thanks, past me, you handsome devil. I hope you get out of there soon. Now, depending on the ride stops are pretty common. If you're an Omnimover, aka a ride in which you board the ride vehicles while they're moving, like the Haunted Mansion, those stop pretty regularly. Mostly due to handicapped guests needing extra time to get in and out of the vehicle, or because some teens are refusing to get out because they want to ride again, but mostly the former. Barely. Roller coasters are a bit more rare, but people taking a while to get out of the vehicle can cause the whole thing to cascade. And water rides can cause issues if you breathe on them too hard, so we'll keep moving along. Now, with brief stops like this, you'll typically start moving again fairly quickly. You'll usually be on your way in about a minute or two. Okay, that's fine, but do the people on the PA really have to spiel over and over and over again that the ride has stopped? We can clearly see that. Yes, they do. You might not think about it too much, but what would be going through your mind if cast members just spieled once and that was it until you were moving again? Some people might start to worry that they're not getting any new information. And yes, you're not getting any information from please remain seated, ride motion will resume momentarily. It's better than leaving you in the dark. Speaking of leaving people in the dark, work lights coming up is one of the first signs that you might be taking a walk off this ride. Unless you're the people mover. Those lights are coming up mainly for the people who are stuck in total darkness inside Space Mountain. And it's a weird sight to see if you're on Space Mountain when that happens. I used to tell people it was a supernova. Anyway, when the lights come on, that usually means one of two things. Either A, you've been stuck there for a few minutes, let's just turn off the audio and bring up the lights so you're a bit more comfortable. Or B, cast members might be about to walk the track. Now, this could be a tech doing a quick fix, it could be the beginning of your evacuation, or we have the dreaded jumper. Ride jumpers aren't an uncommon occurrence at Disney. Despite hearing the phrase, please remain seated, keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, about 1,000 times a day. And you can't just have people walking around heavy machinery like that. So you have to find this person before the ride can get moving again. And if you think, oh, well, I see the emergency exit right there, I'll just sneak off and no one will know, you're wrong. Sensors are everywhere, and alarms will be blazing the second you step a toe out of the vehicle. Once while working the people mover, the ride got shut down because some teens threw a bottle of Sprite out of the train and it set off one of the sensors. We will know. Alright, cool, fine, I'll stay put, but it's been 15 minutes since we stopped. Why aren't we moving? Well, my friends, it's because we're waiting on two groups of people, our leads/coordinators and the techs. Now, depending on the ride, they won't be too far away. Space Mountain has offices for leads and a tech area, for example. However, Buzz Lightyear has neither of those, so it takes a hot minute. And while leads are usually on site pretty quickly if something goes sideways, the techs, they, kind of take a minute. Now, I don't want to dunk too hard on the techs. They are way smarter than I am, but man, unless you actually tell them that the ride is closed, like we dumped the queue and everything closed, they will drag their feet to get to you. At this point, a decision has to be made. Is it better to fix a problem and get everyone off by riding the rest of the ride, or is it better to just evac everyone? They hem and haw over the decision for a while, at which point either the texts finish up, or it's been 20 minutes and yeah, we should probably get you guys off already. Why do the leads take so long to decide? Is it because they don't want their bosses asking why they keep evacuating rides? Is it just inherently riskier to evac people? Is it because they just don't want to give out free fast passes? Who knows? That's above my pay grade, and thus, not my problem. So now let's talk about when the lead finally says, Avengers, assemble! Well, let's take a look at this wonderful footage of when me and my friend Danica Rutland got stuck on Buzz in the before times. By the way, Danica is another awesome Disney vlogger who you should check out and subscribe to. But do me a favor and make sure that my subscribe number stays higher. We have a competition going on. Thanks, love you. Back to the evac at hand. You'll show up, find your evac partner, who's usually your work best friend, and rump out. Yes, that's what it's called, rump. It's an acronym standing for ride procedure, or something like that. For extra lols, before it was called rump, it was called rack. Someone was having fun with this. To prevent the ride from coming alive and attacking us while we're in the track, we'd have to pick out a lock and key, leave our cast member ID in a plastic pouch, and put the lock on the e-stop button. A simple yet effective way to keep track of who's in the track. As you head into the track, you'll start encountering the most awkward part of the evac, telling people to stay seated because you'll be right back. Yes, the best way to evac a ride is to start in the middle and work your way back to the load and unload areas. And at rides like Space Mountain, you're assigned a different vehicle break to get to since all the vehicles will be stopped at one. Now, if you're someone who goes to the park often, getting evac'd off one of your favorite rides might be cool, as you get to see the curtain peeled back a little. However, it is important to make sure that you pay close attention to all cast member instructions. There are gaps in the track and areas that it's not safe to walk on, but the cast members will be at the front and the back of the conga line to make sure you stay where you're supposed to. Once you get back out of the track, you'll be free to go and get a free fast pass. Sweet! I can finally ride Rise of the Resistance! You can't use it at Rise! Son of a... Water rides are a whole nother barrel of fun because they take forever. But that's because cast members have to actually get in the water to pull you to a secure spot. But luckily, I never had to go swimming, so I'm just going to skip that. Finally, let's say you're on a ride and you smell something burning. Oh no, one of the Small World dolls has caught fire! Did I say oh no? I meant yay! Except no, it's even worse because the face is melting off. Ah! Anyway, you see the fire on the monitor as a cast member. What do you do? What do you do? Stop loading, but keep the ride moving. Yeah, you heard me. Unless the fire is on the actual track itself, keep cycling. Mostly because it takes less time to finish the ride than to go through the process of evacuating. Attractions team members have a phrase we use to remember this. We want them crispy, not burnt. So that's what to expect when you're stuck on a ride. And if you're watching this while stuck on a ride at Disney, don't fret, they should be sending out the evac team any second now. There's going to be someone watching in the future in which this will line up perfectly, and they're going to freak out and it will be awesome. Don't forget to like and share this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to Chris from Orlando for more theme park videos. I'm Chris from Orlando, and you don't know how until you've been stuck on Small World. Take care, y'all. One love. Don't hurt nobody.